So 2013 is the year Ireland is obsessed with a gathering, but you know what? We've got our very own gathering tonight, a gathering of the finest Rossies in Copper-Faced Jacks tonight. Yeah, tonight is the night they're launching the 2013 County Board Roscommon GAA massive fundraising event. It's inside, it's a sea of blue and yellow. In fact, you know what? You should come in and have a look because there's loads of people in there, and you come in, I've got a ticket, and then we'll have a chat and we'll let you see who's in there and what's all the talk of the Roscommon GAA tonight, yeah? Good. You can't go anywhere for tripping over the Rossies tonight. Here's a Rossie we see on the telly all the time. Enda Oates, how are you?
I'm very good, Ruth. How are you?
I'm very good, thanks. Lovely to see you out tonight supporting the Rossies.
Yes, I don't get out that often, so I'm excused tonight.
You don't get off that often. Why do I not believe that? You're a man who's living in Dublin. You're living in the shadow of Croke Park as well, I believe.
I am indeed, yeah.
What's it like being a Rossie in Dublin?
Well, I don't see too many of them around Croke Park, you know. It's a novelty when they see them coming up. But it was great. It was fantastic. I was just talking to another neighbour of mine. Seamus Scally is a neighbour around the corner from me as well, who's a long association with Roscommon Supporters Club. And so Seamus's house was an open house when Bridget's were playing, and as was mine. So it's not often we get to open the front door and let them in. Usually we're closing to keep whoever else is out, you know. But it's great to see them, you know. Great to see. Great win for Bridget. So hopefully, you know, we can progress from that and bring it into county level. And
do you leave a little blue and yellow sticker on your window so that passing Rossies will know they can call in if they're caught short in the area of Croker?
But you see, the club in Dublin that I'm with is Nafian as well, and the same colours. So that's the only reason I joined them.
I'm Sean Farrell from Elfin, from a place called Creve.
Are you living in Dublin or are you up for the night visiting?
I'm in Dublin for 40 years and more.
And how did you have it in you to leave Roscommon behind?
It was very hard at the time, I must say that. But what helped was, when I came to Dublin, I started in digs on Clondiv Road, which was beside Croke Park. And I've never left the area since. So I was able to keep, but of course I was always go down to Roscommon. They always used to say to me, why you go down to Roscommon for matches when you're in beside Croke Park? Like,
did you have the heart to tell them?
Well, they used to tell me, I'm afraid.
Well, we're hearing about this huge community of Roscommon people living in and around Croke Park, and it sounds great. Do you come across much of it yourself?
Oh, we do, of course, yes. You know, I mean, there's plenty. We know people who are from Bridges, people from Strokestown, people from Elfin. We have Enda Oates, which is around, which is apart from this one well-known person. He's a great man in the community as well. Like, you know, he's make sure he sticks up for it, you know. So
you're keeping the Rossie flag flying. Show us your Roscommon t-shirt there. Ah, look, there's no denying. Guess what? Can you tell where he's from? Can you tell where he's from? Thanks a million. Have a great night tonight, and up the Rossie. Now, every so often you come across a very special Roscommon fan, and tonight's no exception. We have got Clebu. Hello, Clebu.
Hello, guys.
I wouldn't think that'd be a typical Roscommon name, would it?
More or less.
Where are you from?
Brazil.
Okay.
I'm Brazilian.
How long are you living in Roscommon, Clebu?
No, I'm not living in Roscommon. My brother-in-law is from Roscommon. He's from Rusk, and I came with him because today is his birthday as well, and then I think it's a special day.
Will you just say Ruski again? Because I love the way you pronounce
it. Ruski, yeah.
Ruski. And do you genuinely follow Roscommon? Because you're wearing the jersey, obviously.
Yeah, so no, I love the color. I love the color. The yellow looks like a Brazilian jersey, and then I think it's a beautiful color. And then, of course, I'm not a good fan from the Gaelic football, but I love to. Sometimes I see the match with Dan on my brothers-in-law.
And do you go and see the matches?
The football, of course.
Do you go and see the matches, or do you watch them on the telly with your brother-in-law?
Just in TV, watching TV. Yeah.
Next step now, Clebby, we got to get you to Hyde Park in Roscommon, the home of Roscommon.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay, so well, look, I'm gobsmacked. A truly international fan of Roscommon. They're everywhere. These Roscommon fans. This man is from Rossie. Tell us your name.
Dano Hanley.
And Dano, you're not here on your own. Who's over there at the side taking pictures of you as you do your turn on the telly?
That's my wife, Naira.
And where's she from?
From Brazil.
Okay, brilliant. So you have all the Brazilians roped in to be...
Roped in, yes, definitely.
Are you living in the west of Ireland, or are you living in Dublin?
No, I live in Dublin, Donabase.
And you have the Roscommon jersey on you. How has it been a Roscommon supporter when you're so far away from the heart of it all?
It's easy. It's good crack. You go up and down to the matches, and you spend most of the time in the car. But yeah, it's good crack.
And will there be a whole bunch of you guys that would always sort of go up and down in the car together? Or are you on your own singing songs about Roscommon?
Yeah, pretty much. It's a lonesome journey, but sometimes. I know me and my brother, we go to the matches most times.
And have you family still in Roscommon? Do you visit them? Do you drag them out to the matches?
Cousins. But no, I licked it off my father. My father was a big fan, so
What would be your fondest memory of, let's say, watching Roscommon football?
Fondest memory was 2001, the Connacht final. It was a bit special. It was just after my father had passed away, and the whole family were there, and we couldn't believe it. Like most of Roscommon couldn't believe it that day, and it was pretty special.
Sounds lovely. Well, thank you for sharing that with us. And enjoy your big Roscommon night out in Dublin tonight.
And it's my birthday tomorrow.
For goodness sake. How many candles on the cake are we allowed to ask?
42.
Oh, well, happy birthday. All of Roscommon says happy birthday.
Thanks very much.
This man could be officially the home for lost Roscommoners in Croke Park. It's Seamus Scally. Seamus, where exactly are you from in the county of Roscommon?
I'm from Loughlin.
But you live in the shadow of Croke Park, I believe you have a drop-in centre.
A drop-in centre for all sports addicts from every county in Ireland. Hurling or football or ladies or camogie or whatever. 8 Elizabeth Street. And they, before the match or after the match, tea and sandwiches and any drink of choice, and they can talk and give out about referees or teams or whatever,
The irony being, we're in Copperface Jack's, which we all thought was the centre of socialising, whereas now we know it's actually Seamus's house is the centre of socialising. Seamus, you must have a lot of memories of great things that Roscommon have done. What are the kind of ones that really stick out as your favourite?
You mean Roscommon football?
Football, yes, Roscommon football.
Oh, well... I can remember listening to Micheál O'Hare in 1947 when Roscommon didn't get to go to the polo ground. They were beaten by Cavan. And then I was in Castlebar in 1952 when Roscommon beat the All-Ireland champions Mayo on their home ground. And ever since then, I have been attending every Roscommon game, league or championship. So every Connacht title, senior, under 21. We won the National League title in 1979, so that was a wonderful day. And we won 3 All-Ireland under-21 titles. So, I just go win, lose or draw, and I love following them. And then we set up the Roscommon GAA Supporters Club in Dublin in 1980 at the request of the county board. And I was the secretary for the first 10 years, and then I was chairman. So we keep going.
You're like Roscommon GAA's very own memory man.
Well, I don't know about memory.
How important is it? I mean, you haven't been living in Roscommon since, I think you said
1953.
Okay, so how important is it for you to be involved in a Roscommon community, even though you're not living there?
It means everything to me because, although I've been throughout the world and people from every other county, but Roscommon is special. And I love meeting people from any part of Roscommon and going back talking about their fathers or their grandfathers or the mothers or where they were from, and all of that. And even here tonight now, I've met 4 or 5 or 6 people, names like yourself, Ruth, and Joe Burke and others that I had never met but had heard about, So.
Although Seamus knew my dad a long time ago. So
I did
again with the memory man. Did you play football yourself much?
played junior football when I couldn't get on the Loughlin team before I went to Birmingham. When I got there, we had a club and I played for 10 years on and off. Wasn't great, but had flew back to Dublin in 1971 to the All-Ireland final from Birmingham.
And did you find it a real comfort when you lived in Birmingham to know that you had like-minded GAA and maybe Roscommon GAA friends in your club?
Well, yes. I mean, that was the pre-Skype, pre-mobile phone, all of that. And you know, it was great to meet Irish people from all over the country. And you gravitated to the Irish dance halls or the Irish games or the Irish music or something like that, you know. So,
Seamus, thank you so much for talking to us this evening.
It's a pleasure, Ruth.
If you're looking for his house, they don't have double yellow lines outside. I think there's a blue and a yellow line outside.
A blue and a yellow. Well, that's it. I salute.
Seamus, thanks very much.
Ruth. Right.
Okay, we came across somebody at the gathering tonight who was very much involved in the gathering, the big gathering. You're involved in helping Tom Cruise find out that he has Irish relations. Tell us, well, I was going to say introduce yourself, but I went to school with Monica Nerney.
Very good.
You're not Nerney anymore?
I'm McClaverty now, but yeah, nerdy.
How was the whole researching Tom Cruise? Tough job?
It was great. Well, actually, I really tried to push the Roscommon link, like you, Ruth, but unfortunately the research was there and it proved he was definitely from Dublin. But at least we got a great Irish story out of it.
It was brilliant. Well done. Tell me then, because I know that you live like less than about a half a mile from the Hyde. What memories have you of going to Roscommon matches over the years?
Well, my first memory is going to the train station, because I'm probably across the road from the train station, with my autograph book and getting Dermot Earley's autograph and John Newton and Paul Earley. So that's my first real memory. And then going to the GAA games with my father and all the family. So yeah, great memories.
We found another Roscommon supporter here. Tell us what your name is.
My name's Oren.
What's your connection to Roscommon exactly?
Well, my connection to Roscommon is that I know that all the girls in Roscommon are, if they could be half as beautiful as my wife, then that would be great. But you know.
Enough said. Prediction for the All-Ireland this year? Just say Roscommon.
Okay, Roscommon against Dublin.
We're getting everybody tonight.
Oh my God, next
now
to
look,
this.
you're wearing a Roscommon jersey.
I am indeed.
For goodness sake, there's no doubt about it. Tell us your name.
Tom Tansey.
And where are you from, Tom?
Dublin.
And you're a Roscommon supporter.
I know. I was brainwashed as a kid. My father's Roscommon, so.
And would you spend a lot of time going up and down to Roscommon?
Oh yeah, the whole time. Yeah, we do the turf and all that stuff, you know.
What's your fondest memory of Roscommon football?
Winning the minor in Ennis, where I ended up going to Lisdoon Varna for the matchmaking festival the next night, sleeping in a coal shed with a Roscommon flag around me. That was good crack.
Brilliant, you're like a walking ad for the matchmaking festival.
Yeah.
Thanks a million for
No
chatting
problem.
to us.
Up the Rossies.
Sheila.
And where are you from, Sheila?
Ballinameen in Roscommon.
Tell me about a Roscommon match that you went to see.
It has to be the minor. A few years ago, you see, I'm useless. I can't remember what year or what date.
But you still went?
Yeah, I went to Crow Park and everything, and they won, so that was great.
Are you a die-hard fan?
No, but my family are.
Well,
so I tag along, you know.
Yeah, she's honest. We'll give her brownie points for that. Thanks a million. Tell us about your dad, Kay.
Well, he's a good footballer, yeah. He played in goals for Roscommon for 3 decades. He likes to remind the whole lot of us of it. 70s, 80s and 90s. He's 5 Connacht titles, National League and a few other trophies there. Yeah, he played for a long time. Played in the 1980 Ireland final, so yeah, he's got a bit of history in him, alright.
Did you have to build a load of extra sheds and shelves to put up all those awards and prizes?
Well, he claims he was very accurate. It was more the siblings, myself and Rena, who would have been breaking the sugar bowl or the clock. He's still fixing that clock at home at the moment. So in that case, it was probably us that were breaking more breaking all the stuff around the house than him.
What would be your fondest memories of either watching your dad play or, you know, going to any Roscommon games?
Oh, well, from my father's vintage, of course, I was about 10 or 12 when Roscommon in their rich vein of form. We'll say seeing him play would have been with the club. He played outfield with the club at St. Ronan's in Ballyfernan and Arigna and Keidru there, that parish, or up there in the north Roscommon. But he would have been outfield. I played with him, and there was a time when I played senior championship with him in the club, myself, my cousins, Darren and Mark Healy and my cousin Stephen. So there would have been 5 Sheerans or Healys in the pitch. That was probably my favourite time.
What would you like to see happen to the Roscommon team this year, other than obviously a straightforward win? What about a bit of style advice for them or something? And I don't mean clothes.
him being a selector, he's a selector in the team this year. I told him not to darken the door without a kind of title this year, but I don't know, I'd like to see them do well. I don't want to see them get humiliated, and they won't. They've all the Bridget lads back, and hats off to Bridget's. I'd be delighted to see them do well. I think that, the Mayo are going to win the semi-finals, and if they take a scalp there, they can win the Connacht final. Push on for the last 8, you know. Have a good long summer, a couple of dance tunes, and driving on the M4, M6 up to Dublin with a couple of dance tunes on, and licking 99 ice creams. I'll be happy enough, you know.
God, you sell it well. Hey, thanks for chatting to us.
No problem, Ruth. God bless.
Now, there's a distinct lack of Roscommon colour here. There's no blue and yellow, but I'd say you're a Roscommon fan gathering on where you are tonight. What's your name?
Mike Costello.
Where are you from, Mike?
New York.
Ah, okay. You really come from far away. Are you a Roscommon fan, or did you just walk in accidentally?
Oh, no, I'm born into it.
Tell us a bit about the background.
My mother's from Roscommon, and you spoke to Sheila and Thomas there. They're cousins of mine. So just up here giving support to the home county.
You must love it then when they get to Roscommon and go to play New York. That must be a real kick for you, is it?
No, not really. They always beat them.
Well, you're welcome back to the town and the county anytime you like.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for chatting to us.
Cheers now.
We've got Bernard Lester here, a big Roscommon fan, living in Dublin. Will you explain that to me?
I just married a girl from Dublin, and that's my only fault. Sorry about that. But if there was a Roscommon girl out there now, I would have stayed in Roscommon. So
have you to split your loyalties then between the two?
Actually, yeah, I have 2 young ones now. So, but they'll be playing for Roscommon. Don't worry, I don't mind travelling, so I don't.
What does your wife say to that?
She has no say in it at all whatsoever. Believe me, she will have no say in it. But I'd say now the young lads are 1.5 at the moment, so. About maybe another 18 years time now, minor.
Have they any idea of the excitement of when Bridget's won the cup, or they weren't even around? Were they even awake, or would they have been alert?
I think I frightened the young fella with the roars and shouts, so yes, he does realise that, right?
Either that or he'll go to therapy for his dad shouting at him.
One or the other, yes, definitely.
Listen, it was lovely to talk to you tonight.
Thanks very much.
I won't tell anyone that you're going to make your kids play for Roscommon if you don't.
Someone will have to do the travelling. Ruth, are you available for driving?
No.
Oh, sorry about well, they'll get there somehow.
We'll get a roadcaster on it, maybe.
Oh, we'll get them there somehow, so we will.
Thanks a million.
No problem, sorry, Ruth.
I saw this girl getting her picture taken with, I'm not sure, was it the 2 lads from the Bridget's team, or was it the Cub? Tell us what your name is.
Rena Sheeran.
And where are you from, Rena?
Ballyfarn in North Roscommon.
Okay, are you a dyed-to-the-wool Roscommon fan?
Yeah, I'd say that.
What's your average summer consist of? Is it following the team around?
Following the team around since I was a young child.
Really? Big family history?
Yeah, my father would have played for Roscommon, Gay Sheeran, the goalkeeper, and he's now a selector with the new manager, John Evans. So
you can drip into, you like to think you can drip into his ear maybe, some ideas?
Sure. We'll see how it goes.
Well, enjoy the rest of your night, and thanks for chatting to us. You're very good. Noel D. Walsh in the house. Noel, tell me some of your fondest memories of Roscommon football.
I'll tell you one thing, I'm going to volunteer a lot here now. I was born in 1900, there's you, Lynn. I was born in 1967, which means I'm 46. But in 1977, when I was 10 years old, Roscommon won the Connacht title. They won it in 77, 78, 79 and 80. And I'm from Balladreen. And I admit that maybe if Mayo won it for them for years, I might have been a Mayo supporter. But I remember 77, 78, 79, 80, when I became 13. Roscommon had won 4 Connacht titles in a row. And you know what? I had to wait 30 years for the next 4, which was in 90, 91, 2001 and 2010.
That was a phenomenal time as a teenager, though, to have those 4 wins.
Unbelievably. And I love the Ross. I love the whole... I'm a passionate Rossie. I mean, from Balladreen, you know, people from, say, 10 miles west, Charlestown, they know they're from Mayo. 12 miles east, they know they're from Castlereagh. But in Balladreen, you have a choice to say, do I support where I'm from or where I play football? And I chose to support where I'm from. I am from Ross. I went to college in Galway. I got a grant from Roscommon County Council. I vote in Roscommon. I love Roscommon. I love it with a passion. But I'm so thrilled. And you know what? The biggest day ever was Bridget's winning. Oh, the only day in Croke Park ever that I actually said a team that I support has won. Bridget's have beaten Ballymun. And I was there. And you know what? I don't do emotion. I'm not sentimental. But I feckin' there was a tear. There was a feckle tear that came down. It was.
Really?
Yeah.
Not an onion sandwich or anything?
It might have been the same. How did you know it was the same? It might have been that, you know. It might have been that. But I tear came down. I said, you know what? I have never felt as proud to be a Rossie in my life. And in Balladreen, you just find yourself as Mayo or Ross. And I love saying that I am from a county which does not touch salty water. I'm a Midlander, and there's only one county in Connacht who doesn't touch salty water, and it's Ross. And I love it. Not that I'm anti salty water, but I love lakes and I love clear pools. Salty water, you know.
That
Have you any more to say?
That is so eloquently put.
You're lying now, aren't
there's
you?
no more to be said. I think you've summed it all up so nicely.
I'm a Rossie to the core. If you cut me here, there's primrose and blue.
Don't cut him. Please don't cut this man if you see him. That would be really bad. Would you like to introduce yourself to the camera and let the world know who we have?
I'm Chris Giblin from Lissacull, outside Ballahadreen in County Roscommon.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how big of a Roscommon fan would you be?
11.
What makes you such a big fan? Tell us some of the things you get up to.
It was my passion for Roscommon GAA at all levels. I bought the jerseys Roscommon played the 1980 final in.
Can you remember the first ever Roscommon jersey you bought? Or that you even got maybe as a present as a young lad?
The first Roscommon jersey I got would have been about 1962, just prior to the All-Ireland final. My first All-Ireland final.
And do you still have it?
I still have it, and I have been at every All-Ireland final since.
And do you wear it to every All-Ireland final?
No, not anymore, because it's 60 years old now.
It's a relic. Have you it insured at this stage?
Not quite. But my first game supporting Roscommon was in 1957.
How important is it for you then on a night like this to be in a bunch of Roscommon people in the capital city?
Great.
Why is it so important?
Well, it's your roots. You have the GAA and, in my case, the Catholic religion, and they go hand in hand. They're knitted in every aspect of community all over Ireland. You trace back tragedies that have happened, large and small, all over Ireland. At the heart of that, in the recovery, is the GAA. And if I wasn't in the GAA, I don't know where I'd be.
Well, we're delighted that you're so involved in the GAA and for being a supporter.
Country music comes into it as well. Like it's,
and that's a whole other day's discussion.
Sure is.
Listen, thank you so much for chatting to us
Thank
today.
you indeed. God bless you.
Thank you.
I'm David Harney from Pearce's in Bannistow side of Roscommon.
So. And are you living in Dublin or are you living in Roscommon?
Yeah, no, I'm living in Dublin. I live in Dundrum, so I started a job up here recently, so I moved up, so it's nice to be here.
How important is it then for a night like this where the Rossies are gathered outside of the county?
Yeah, it's good to see grand big mix of Rossies in the Dublin area, and it's nice that they're all up here, that we found somewhere to gather at the one time. So
were you quite excited to see the Bridget's lads here with the cup?
Yeah, it was nice to see. It's a great achievement for the county, and it's great that a club from the county could go on and win All Ireland, and that the county is producing clubs at that standard. So
yeah, Aaron Clogher, 2 doors down from this man, same from Pearce's in South Roscommon.
So neighbouring Roscommon fans, are you living in Dublin as well?
I am up here in college the last 4 or 5 years now, so still based around here.
How do you survive living away from the Ross?
Don't know, actually had to manage it for a couple of years. I know we have no university yet in the county, so had to come up here to get an education.
Do you find that you hang out with a lot of Roscommon people, or do you try and drag the Rossies into your other groups of friends you've made up here?
A bit of both, yeah. You try and get to know new people, but just stay in touch with all the people from home as well, yeah.
And how did you feel when you saw the lads here with the cup from Bridget's?
It was great, yeah, to see the lads here, and it's good for people to get to meet them and have photographs taken with them as well. It's brilliant.
I'm Joe Bork. I'm an Elfin man, true and true.
True and true. So you're a big Roscommon
like yourself.
fan. Well, of course.
Yeah.
Lived in Elfin until I was about 10 and then left for the big smoke of Roscommon town. Yeah. Tell me your fondest memory of Roscommon GAA.
I would have said that probably in recent times, I suppose, the minor All-Ireland in Clare, in Ennis, when we beat Kerry. Having been at in Crow Park when we lost, or drew in Crow Park, I would have thought that going on to Ennis probably the best day for, and that obviously being an Elfin man, we're not very big fans of Bridget's, but we were delighted to see Bridges win in Croke Park on Patrick's Day. You know, and to see Shane Curran being a Castlereagh man, pretending to be a Bridges man, you know, it was kind of one of those occasions where you kind of, you know, you're delighted to see him kind of finally getting his true reward, like, you know.
Well, thanks for chatting to us tonight. Job well done.
All right.